Hey everybody, it is Chris, and I'm hoping today is the day to start planting corn. It's Friday, May 5th, and there is an old farmer's tale that if you start on a Friday, you'll never get done. So we're gonna see if that's true, and kind of is dependent on the elevator feed mill place getting some nitrogen shook on my ground before I head out there. Kind of waiting on that, but things are starting to get dry enough, and they're saying thunderstorms Sunday morning, so I want to get some corn planted. Especially there's a wet area that's not too bad a shape where I want to put some longer maturing corn. So let's get the seed plates on here. Those of you not familiar with the white planter and the air seeding system, of course seed goes in the hopper, comes down through and enters through this hole here. There's that tube there is for clean out. And this disc is on there, and each cell has a little notch in it that lets some air out, and that air going through holds a seed into there. And as it comes around, well, there's what they call tickler brushes up here. I always take my plates off at the end of the season. Probably should have replaced them, but anyways, take my plates off the end of the season because there's two sets of brushes, the tickler brushes, and if you happen to get a double, they help tickle that extra seed off, so you keep a single. And as it comes around over here to this this brush, this is your air cutoff brush, and that holds it in place the rest of the way. And then when it gets down to here to the drop tube, the air pressure is gone and the seed falls out of the disc, down the tube and into the ground. And so because of it using air pressure to hold the seed in, you can do a lot of different seed sizes and shapes. Rounds work the best, but just by tweaking your air pressure, you get it too high, you'll get doubles. Even the tickler brushes won't be able to knock them off. And if you get too low, little bumps and stuff will make them fall off and you'll get skips. So a good monitor really helps with adjusting your air pressure. But a very simple system. And I've had the honor of actually meeting the guy that invented it, Harry Deckler. When I was just a lad or baby, or even slightly before I was born, I think. Harry was our service rep for Oliver, and he told me he originally came up with this idea. He was going to use vacuum to hold the seeds to the plate, and he commandeered his wife's vacuum cleaner and worked on it in his basement. And one thing he found, and I think John Deere, who came out with a vacuum planter because White had a patent on using air pressure, is when you drop pressure you get condensation, then you get stickiness. So Harry learned that right off the bat. Vacuum wasn't as good as air pressure, and that's why he switched. Went to air pressure, come up with these, presented his idea to management. They liked it so much they took him off from service and put him in the engineering department in South Bend, and they developed the air planter. The first ones had a little electric fan on each row unit. There really wasn't any adjusting air pressure or anything. If you had bigger planters, they actually had a PTO powered alternator to create enough juice to run the planter. Some guys had to upgrade alternators on their tractors to get enough power on those first ones. Then they came out with the 5100 planter, which used a central blower, just hydraulically driven. You could vary your air pressure easily, centrally run, only one blower running. You could run that off a PTO pump or tractor hydraulics, depending on your tractor. And it worked great, and it still does. Very little's changed since then. This is a 6000 series. The seed discs from this will work on a 5000. About the only thing they changed was they added a little hole right there for positive drive. There's a roll pin on the drive. Prior to that, they were just friction drive. And even the 8000, and the way I understand it, I'm not too familiar with the 9000 series, but you basically got to get into the precision plant stuff to get anything different. They minor modifications to improve things, tweaks and everything, but overall, Harry's design just has stood the test of time. Very simple, very effective. So let's see, my battery died, but as I was saying, Harry was a modest man. He would always tell me, I know just enough to be dangerous. Like I say, definitely an honor to have known him. So let's see. Probably people are probably be wondering, what am I planting? M&W Seeds. It's a Michigan company. I am planting conventional corn, non-GMO if you really want to get into that, but I like conventional better. I'm not against GMO seed. I'm just against the exorbitant fees they charge us to use the technology. And I can grow good corn without it. So I'm going to get corn loaded in the planter. First I got to get those seed plates on, and let's get at it. Well, they're getting my nitrogen on, so I just need to fill up the starter for the planter, and I can get started. As each box gets filled up, blocks off the holes, goes down to the next one. Boy, that tube's getting rusty. This is the third planter it's been on though, so it's done very well. And he's heading towards the west. I guess what we'll do is go on the other side of that place, and got that done, work on that. Can't work terribly late because got something to go to for the daughter, and then should have all day tomorrow. I want to plant the back part of the field where it can be wet. They're talking thunderstorms on Sunday, so that should work out pretty decent. Let's turn the monitor on. When I got distracted and didn't kick that one out, or take that one marker out of transport lock. Well, right, wrong, or otherwise, here we go. there's one right there. Say about 2.5, which is about where I want it. Yep, there it is. This will be about the same. Got good moisture. Ground's still kind of cool. I might shallow it up just a little bit. Oops, dug that one up. Yeah, they're pretty consistent on depth. Just well, of course, all new blades and stuff. Probably going a little bit deeper than before. I think I'll shallow them up just a little bit. Monitor's telling me I'm getting a few skips here and there. So I'm gonna turn the air pressure up. That's 56 pound per bag seed, so it's fairly heavy stuff. I'm already over 3. Oop, wrong way. We'll go 3.5. I don't have larger seed discs. There is a larger one, I just don't have it. Nothing a little more air pressure won't solve. Not bad. Better than finding it like this. Woo, woo, woo. Of course, it's got a sprinkle. everyone. Beautiful sunset. Doing some headlands by the woods here. I think I'm gonna accomplish my goal of getting this all the way to the back done. Might be a bit of a late night. And this video is supposed to be for tomorrow, so who knows how that'll turn out. Somewhere up here is the top of the hill. One thing I'll say, hills don't show up good on these videos. But if this video ends up being late for Sunday morning, I apologize. It's been a long day of trying to get in as much as I can before the rain comes. We'll see how late I can stay up to get it edited. If it's up at 8 o'clock, you know why I was up late. Do you see what I see? Oops. That one's been there a while. He was an 8-point, then I broke it off. It's been, I don't know, 3-4 years since I put the LEDs on her. They definitely light things up well. It's just about 10 o'clock. I'm gonna do a couple more rounds and then I'll be past the worst of the wet spots, and I think I'm gonna call it good. Quick walk around here, make sure all the pieces are still here. It's like they are. This back part of the field's hilly. That was a noise. Spot right here can be wet at times. It's alright right now. It's got a couple of bumps from it being wet and someone driving through it. So far they've been decreasing the amounts of rain they're predicting, so that's probably alright. They're saying 1/10 tonight, 1/4 inch tomorrow night, another 1/10 or so on Monday. So nothing earth shattering, but enough to keep me out of the field. But it's supposed to stay warm, so that's good. If it was going to be a cold rain, I think I would have stopped a while ago. I've done that before, planted right before a cold thunderstorm, and it's not good. That corn just doesn't want to germinate or grows the wrong direction or something, but you got a cold rain coming, in my opinion, you're better off trying to do everything at once. Oh, that alarm. And then I bumped the power shift lever. But anyways, as I was saying, you got a big cold rain coming. I think you're better off to park your planter and find something else to do. Hopefully I didn't make you puke. Trying to steer while having it. What's your problem? The lights burn out on the part that shows the individual rows. Probably hit a rock. Decent rock will bounce the unit, and that vibration, that shock that goes through the unit will knock the seeds off from that disc that I was showing you earlier in the video. And so then the disc has to turn around and refill. There's empty holes, and that'll trigger the alarm because nothing's getting planted, and then it goes back out because the disc refills and goes back to work. Yeah, I think it would probably be after midnight before I could get this back part done. But like I said, I got the important stuff done. I am at over 80 acres I've planted today with me and my 6-row planter, so I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty close to the most I've planted in a day. I think I've done about 85 before. That'll do, tractor. That'll do. Well, that was a very productive day. I'm happy with what I accomplished. I'm also hungry because I worked through supper. So I am going to go in and get a shower and get something to eat and edit up some video if I can stay awake that long. So, as always, I appreciate everybody watching, and we will see you in the next one.